for the purpose of valuation across the globe. In the whole world, discounted cash flow method is most commonly used method for the purpose of valuation and most reliable also. And as I said yesterday, remember, most reliable when you are projecting the future cash flows as accurately, as realistically as possible. When you use the discounted cash flow, what do? You estimate the future cash flows from that asset. And we have discussed it number of times earlier. So you project the future cash flows that will be generated from that asset. Using your cost of capital, discount those future cash flows. And when you discount those future cash flows, what you get in your hand is the present value of the respective years. And what you do, you add this total of present value of the respective years, sum it up, and the amount that you get in your hand is the intrinsic value or present value of future cash flows. So this is how you use the discounted cash flow method. But before I close this discussion, I want to leave all of you with few questions, and I want you to ponder over about it for the whole day tomorrow and tonight also. And tomorrow when we meet at say 8 o'clock tomorrow when we start this session, I would like to start the discussion with that particular point. So what is the point? Please remember, discounted cash flow, how do you use it? Project the future cash flows, find out the present value, total it up, and that becomes value of that company, which is also referred as intrinsic value of that company or worth of that company or valuation of that company. But there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is the companies whose valuation we do, they do not have an infinite life. So if an entity had a life of 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, using DCF becomes very easy for me. If this company is going to close down after 5 years, 7 years or 10 years. But the companies whose valuation I do, these companies are going to be in existence for all the time to come. At least on paper, they as of today, they will be continuing for all the times to come. So if an entity is going to be in existence for all the times to come, for infinity, how do I project cash flow for infinity? And having calculated the cash flow for infinity, how do I convert that cash flow of infinity in terms of present value? That is the challenge, and I would like all of you to please think about it. And tomorrow, when we start with this session, we would start the session with this discussion. Please keep on noting, writing all your doubts, whatever they may be. As always, tomorrow when we start the discussion, we will first take all your doubts, because I want all your questions on valuation to be answered completely from this discussion. So we start with your questions, your queries, your doubt, and also this question that I am leaving with you. How do you calculate, how do you resolve the problem of a company having infinity life for using the discounted cash flow? So with this, friends, I'm going to sign off from my side. But before that, of course, I would like to throw it open as always. In case if there are still some more questions and queries, we can devote 2-3 minutes to that, and then we'll sign it off. So anyone, any question, any doubt? Surya, this is the question that you need to answer tomorrow, not today. So you're answering it, of course, but then let this answer come tomorrow. Yeah, good, Surya, very good. Yes. Don't worry, Ankit. We are going to cover multiples. This is only promo. So we are going to cover multiples in much more detail. So at this point in time, the idea is just to introduce you to the multiples. Okay, so what I would suggest, Ankit, you should do, pick up any book on financial management, है ना, and try and solve the questions from that book on financial management, on IRR and on everything else, you know, and still, if a doubt remains, we can of course do it together. Yes, Anil.